Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for another Pokemon TCG live online match video. Technically, this is number 101, because I tried to make episode number 100 a live stream. The first live stream that we had here on the channel, some weird kind of technical buggy issues came up where it did seem to work. There were some audio issues where I couldn't quite hear, the music was too loud and all that good stuff. But anyways, as it turned out, for some reason, YouTube had it recorded as being dated 6 months ago. So, it is on the channel. If you can look it up, just look up the, what did I call it? Live stream number 100, something like that. But since it didn't really record or save properly and go into the proper area, the proper part of the playlist, I thought, let's kind of tweak things a little bit. I did do that 2-hour live stream with some folks on Monday evening, Thanksgiving Monday for those of us in Canada. But I thought, let's have an actual official episode number 100 featuring this deck that I'm going to call Mega Stinger 2017. If you don't know who Mega Stinger is, you haven't been following the channel that much. Stinger is my Beedrill in Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon currently. Now, Mega Stinger is, of course, Mega Beedrill-EX. That's going to be the focal point, but we're breaking tradition a little bit. As you can see below, there is the logo for Shining Legends, which is a subset coming out, a mini expansion, so to speak, available in certain collection boxes in this next wave of products coming out. Also with an Elite Trainer box coming out as well, just like in Pokemon TCG Generations. So, look for that. Now, before we get into the deck itself, as always, boom! Phantom Forces code card beneath here, or at least code, not code card, but again, as usual, first come, first serve. Whoever punches that code into Pokemon TCG Online up here at the shopping cart, redeeming codes, get yourself a 10-card booster pack of Pokemon TCG Online of the Phantom Forces expansion. You might get, no! Phantom Forces was last week. I forgot, this is Primal Clash. My apologies. You did see the right name down below. I messed up. But it is a Primal Clash booster pack, 10 cards. Get yourself a nice little booster pack on here. You can either open it, get your 10 cards, or trade that booster pack for something else online. Now then, we're going to take a look at the updated Mega Stinger competitive deck here for the standard format. The Mega Stinger, the original one, still works for expanded as long as I take out my forest of giant plants, but without those, it still works. Sceptile from Primal Clash does help out, but for a more standard option, let's take a look at what we have to work with here for the Mega Stinger 2017. Now, let's talk about Mega Beedrill-EX itself, of course. Hazard Stinger for 2 grass energy does 40, not a lot of power from an EX, Mega EX at that, but discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. Put 4 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. So, if you can get 2 energy on here in a single turn, you're going to be constantly paralyzing the opponent, which locks them down. They can't do anything short of an ability that lets them switch around, that could play, Guzma, switch card, something like that. Escape Rope could get them out of there as well. But if they don't have any of those options, constantly locking them down with paralysis on every turn is nice. Now, the usual routine here is, under normal circumstances, it's going to take 2 turns to attach 2 grass energy. You can only play 1 from hand per turn, of course. But my first way of using this was with the Sceptile, with Nurture and Heal, which would allow you to attach a 2nd energy from hand while healing as well, whoever you attach that grass energy to. But with them no longer standard, I decided, let's go ahead and, well, before we get to the other Pokemon, I got 2 Mega Beedrill-EX and 2 Beedrill-EX. These came from special collection boxes. As you can see, they are promo cards. For the longest time, Beedrill-EX was the only way to discard tools in the standard format with the double scrapper ability, or the attack. Discard up to 2 Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Pin Missile, random chance of doing somewhere between, 0 to 160 damage, which we got pretty lucky with against a Magearna-EX in the live stream. So I got 2 of each of those Pokemon. This is the Pokemon from Shining Legends that we're going to try to get into play as soon as possible. The Venusaur with the ability of Jungle Totem. Each basic grass energy attached to your Pokemon provides 2 grass energy. You can't apply more than 1 Jungle Totem ability at a time. So, with a single grass attachment from hand to Mega Beedrill-EX, Hazard Stinger is fully powered. Not bad. Plus, Solar Beam can do 90 damage with only 2 grass energy attached to Venusaur, which is pretty nice as well. So we got 2 Venusaur, 2... How did I get 5 of these guys? I did a lot of trading. 2 Venusaur, 2 Ivysaur, 2 Bulbasaur, all from the Shining Legends expansion. We've also got to help with the searching process of grass-type Pokemon. We have Shiinotic in the deck with the ability of Illuminate. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may search your deck for a grass Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. As I've said before, I love abilities. They can change the gameplay so crazily, who knows what's going to happen. So, yeah, Shiinotic is there to help find my Venusaur, help find my Mega Beedrill, even the regular Beedrill, and get them into play as soon as possible. So there's 2 of them and 2 of the Moralol to evolve up from. And for a little bit of draw support, I also have 2 Remoraid and 2 Octillery. Again, I love abilities. Abyssal Hand of Octillery says, once during your turn, before your attack, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Not too bad. If you're low on cards, Octillery gets you a whole bunch more. I also have, as you'll see, I'm pointing at Judge right here. Judge shuffles both players' cards, or into the, both players' hands into the deck, draw 4 cards back. Octillery can still draw you an extra card. Very cool. So that is going to be 18 Pokemon. Looking at this, I could, I guess, take out the Remoraid Octillery if I put in more draw support in another way, but this works pretty well as it is, so I'll leave it as is for the time being. Looking at the energy, 10 basic grass energy, that's all we're working with here, because that's all we need. We don't need any special energy for this deck to make it work. Now, starting off with the trainer cards, we've got 2 Evo Sodas to evolve our Pokemon from right within the deck, and as long as the Pokemon's been in play for a turn, of course. A couple of Field Blowers, discarding up to 2 in any combination of Pokemon tools, either mine or the opponent's, and Stadium cards, just discard them. Grab whatever tools they have, like a Choice Band, a Float Stone, Muscle Band could be a thing, Fighting Fury Belt, any Stadiums, we can just take them right out. Got a couple of Nest Balls as well. Search your deck for any basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. That could even work for the Beedrill-EX. 2 Professor's Letters to search your deck for any 2 basic energy, which is 2 basic grass in this case, and take them into hand. As my usual routine now is, since Versus Seeker is not currently standard legal, Puzzle of Time. I've got 4 of those in this deck. If you play 1 Puzzle of Time card at a time, you get to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and rearrange them how you like, but if you have a second Puzzle of Time in hand and play both of them, you get to choose 2 cards from the discard pile and take them back. I love that. I try to hang on to the Puzzles of Time if I find one, until I can find a second one so I can bring back a couple of really useful cards. 2 rare candies. In fact, I was thinking about this. I could take out one of the Ivysaur since I have 2 rare candies, because I can still evolve up through Bulbasaur right to Venusaur using rare candy, but of course, rare candy says choose a basic Pokemon in play, and if you have the Stage 2 that evolves from that basic eventually, you can play it directly onto that basic Pokemon and reach Stage 2. You can't use it on the first turn that Bulbasaur goes into play, however. So yeah, I could possibly take out one of the Ivysaur for some sort of other card. I'll leave it as is for the time being, but I might want to tweak that when I finally try to make this as a real-life deck also. So I got a couple of Super Rods, shuffle back 3 cards in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy. Got 2 Ultra Balls, discarding 2 cards from hand to search your deck for any Pokemon and take it into hand. The only stadium I have for this one is going to be the Aether Paradise Conservation Area. Basic Grass Pokemon and basic Lightning Pokemon, both yours and the opponent, take 30 less damage from the opponent's attacks, after weakness and resistance. So if I do need to stall things out a little bit, I could keep a basic Bulbasaur, the Moralol, or even Beedrill-EX, leave them active, taking 30 less damage per hit. Now I've got, we'll go to the tools next. Of course, the only tools, a couple of Beedrill Spirit Links. I've got 3 apparently, only 2 are in the deck because I only have 2 Beedrill-EX and Mega Beedrill-EX. Now the supporter cards are where it's at. Fisherman, pretty useful. Put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Since we're going to be discarding using the Hazard Stinger, Fisherman brings back 4 grass energy. That is 4 more turns of the Hazard Stinger, as long as we keep our Venusaur's ability in play of Jungle Totem. Now for switching around, of course we got Guzma, since Lysandre is no longer standard legal. Guzma is just as good as Lysandre, plus the extra effect of moving your Pokemon around as well. So you choose an opposing bench Pokemon, bring it to the active spot, switch your active with one of your benched. If I need to, I could maybe retreat that to someone else that can do the attack, but if I can get both Mega Beedrill in play, that's not really going to matter, is it? I've got Judge in here. As I said, both players shuffle their hand into the deck and draw 4 cards. With Octillery on the bench, I can still get myself back up to 5. I also have Lily for draw support as well. Draw cards until you have 6 in hand, but if it is your first turn, draw until you have 8. Definitely a good first turn supporter to make use of. I should consider putting in my random receivers here to speed up my supporter gathering, but maybe that could be something I can take out the Ivysaur for, but again, we'll do that maybe off camera and see how well that works. We have an N as well, both players shuffling their hand into the deck and drawing back 1 card for each remaining prize. If I'm in the lead and I only draw back a few cards, again, Octillery could help me out with the Abyssal Hand ability. I almost said the Octillery ability. No, Octillery is the one with the ability. Anyway, we got some healing options support here in Pokemon Center Lady, heal 60 damage and all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. We've got a couple of Skyla to find any trainer card that we want from our deck and take it into hand, and a couple of Wallies as well. Wally does not work for Pokemon EX, so we can't get our Mega Beedrill-EX in play thanks to him, but we can evolve right away into Shiinotic. If we just played Morello, we can get Octillery in play if we just played a Remoraid, and if we have a Bulbasaur in play, we could then next turn put an Ivysaur, Wally into Venusaur. We can speed any evolution up other than our Mega Beedrill. So that is going to be the deck. We've got 18 Pokemon, 32 trainers, and 10 energy cards. For those of you that were here during the live stream, you already know some of the power that this Mega Beedrill-EX deck has. Of course, I was playing against a player by the name of Don Laser, who I think beat me both times, but we had fun anyway. So let's jump in now and see if Mega Singer 2017 standard format has a chance against these opponents. We did pretty good during the live stream against some random opponents too. I was mixing things up a bit, playing a match against a viewer, playing a random match against somebody such as Bobigle or Bobigle with a Psychic deck, and he has the advantage. Alright, Bobigle, let's see if you can deal with Mega Stinger. Man, we're already off to a bad start. But we get to go first, which means we'll get to attack on our second turn, but we're going to mulligan. We're off to a terrible start, but a pretty par for the course start as far as Professor Chaz's Pokemon Online adventures go. Alright, so they are getting set up. Let's see how many mulligans we get. Leave a comment. How many do you think we're going to hit? We're going to hit the record of 17 this time? Just the one. Okay. Alright, so we do have a Bulbasaur. We've got ourselves a Skyla, so we could play Skyla to get a Nest Ball to find the Remoraid. We have Octillery in hand. We have a Mewtwo-EX staring us down here. That ain't so good. We also have a Wally. Well, I'm going to first play Skyla. Let us grab the Nest Ball. There's only one in here, so the other one is prized. What can the Mewtwo do to us? 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. Well, let's drop the Aether Conservation Paradise Magic thing. We're going to Nest Ball, get ourselves the Remoraid. And next turn, I could Wally into Ivysaur, so that could be a thing. We're going to end the turn there, so even with a Psychic Energy attached, Mewtwo can't touch our Bulbasaur, unless they somehow manage to get rid of our Stadium. But what are the chances of that, eh? Come on, do it. I want to see you attack. I want to see the shield over Bulbasaur. They have a neat little effect where you have, like, if you take no damage, I think they put a little protective energy shield over your Pokemon. I'd like to see that. Come on. Come on, Mewtwo-EX. Hit me. Hit me with everything you've got, which is technically going to be nothing. So once I get the Octillery in play, I want to try to play with some more cards from hand. So definitely I probably want to use the Wally. Oh, yep, of course you're going to get rid of my Stadium. Thank you. Not that I was not expecting that to happen. I fully anticipated that was how that was going to go. Alright, Octillery. Here's where things are going to get a little bit crazy. I'm going to Wally, of course. We'll get ourselves an Ivysaur. I'm going to attach a Spirit Link to our Ivysaur. Why? So I can Field Blower it away. Because I want to draw as many cards as possible with Abyssal Hand. That was a good way to get 2 cards out of my hand. Spirit Link, and we've got the other... Well, that's not going to help us now. We have an Evolved Pokemon. Let's attach to the Ivysaur. I'm going to try one puzzle at a time. Let's look at the top 3 cards and see which one we want to take. I was hoping there'd be a way to shuffle. Although... do we have anything in the discard pile we can shuffle back in? No, we don't. Okay. So what we're going to do, I guess Venusaur might be the best bet here. And let's go with Morello and Bulbasaur in that order. I have already used my Abyssal Hand, correct? Yes, I have. Alright, so we will end that there. With one more Psychic, they can hit me for 60, but we will survive that. Venusaur won't, however. Although, I could Pokemon Center Lady to heal. That will also speed up. Oh wait, they only got just the single energy. Well, that works out well for me then, doesn't it? Venusaur, go ahead. Evolution, we're going to Pokemon Center Lady to heal 60 away. Let's drop the conservation area again to get maximum draw support. If we can get 1 grass energy, we can attack with Venusaur. Nice. Let's go ahead and drop that down. Bulbasaur, Morolol. Let's draw out some more cards. Get a couple more basic energy out of here. And we'll go for the Solar Beam of 90 damage. With only 2 grass energy attached, we can do the attack. 1 more of those actually knocks out Mewtwo-EX. Might not even get to see Beedrill-EX in this particular match. But this is a good way to show off the power of Venusaur, I guess. What you got, Mewtwo? Sycamore? Yeah, despite having a decent hand of cards, you kind of need to work some magic here. Sycamore is played. More Pokemon are getting added. Okay, so we're going to see Trashalanche, unfortunately. Now that does add more HP to the Mewtwo-EX. Plus some more damage. That can do 70 to us. And it's going to take more than 1 more Solar Beam to take this thing down. How many items have I used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this thing can hit me for 100 once it evolves into the... Why did you not attack? I will Illuminate, grab ourselves a Beedrill-EX. I wonder why you didn't attack there. You couldn't have timed out. That wasn't nowhere near enough time. So Beedrill-EX has an energy attached. We could hit for 90, but let's first use the Abyssal Hand. Draw 3 more cards. Another Beedrill-EX. I might as well bench you down. We got Lily to draw 3 more cards. Don't see a Spirit Link there, but let's go ahead and Solar Beam for 90. Again, not quite the knockout, but we're getting pretty close. I wonder why they didn't attack. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items used. We see How being played. Is it just 5 items? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, you can hit me for a pretty decent amount. That would be 100 now. Which would take down the Venusaur. So you have a total of 30 HP left, I believe. Wait a minute. That's not fair. Why did I not see that? Oh well. Alright, let's go, Beedrill. Okay. Well, we're in a little bit of an interesting predicament now, aren't we? Let's go with the Illuminate. Grab ourselves another Ivysaur. We do have the other Venusaur in hand. I'm going to attach this to the Beedrill. I can play the Morolol. I'm going to shuffle back in. We have 2 energy and I guess just the Bulbasaur here. Let's now use the Abyssal Hand and get a Spirit Link. No, but we have N. Kind of a risky N, but I'm going to play it. Come on, 6 new cards. Do we have a Spirit Link? No, we do not. Well, what we can do is get rid of the Fighting Fury Belt, at least. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to Ultra Ball. We can get rid of the Rare Candy, and I guess the Bulbasaur. I'm going to grab Venusaur. Our only option here is a double Scrapper. Get rid of that Fighting Fury Belt. Alright. Well, that damage changed. I wasn't expecting that. I really got to pay attention to what the other attacks are of these Pokemon. If I could just get the Spirit Link, I can Illuminate to find myself the Mega Beedrill-EX and start locking this thing down with the Hazard Stinger. I just hope we don't see a Garbotoxin Garbodor. I don't think they're standard anymore, though, actually. Of course, the Trashalanche Garbodor is just as threatening in a completely other way. If you don't know what it does, of course, Trashalanche does 10 damage, or sorry, 20 damage for each item in the opponent's discard pile. So that adds up pretty quick. Okay, so 90 plus 30 more. That is painful, I will give you that. Okay, we'll go into Venusaur. Let's play Wally, see if we can get Shiinotic. No, we can't, okay. But that is fine, I want to get a card out of hand anyways. Let's attach to Shiinotic here. An Abyssal Hand. Didn't find the Spirit Link, however. Let's evolve on the bench. We'll let the active Beedrill fall, unfortunately. But as long as I can't Guzma my Pokemon around, I can at least do some damage to this Mewtwo-EX. You see a Trevenant on the bench with the Nervous Seed. Basic Pokemon, or if it's active, basic Pokemon on my side have more energy to attack, but we ain't gonna be attacking with no basics no more. We got Mega Beedrill. Alright, we don't need the Spirit Link anymore. All we need is constantly getting energy to lock this thing down with Hazard Stinger. I just don't want to see any switch cards or anything like that. Let's just do it. 40. Poison, Paralyze. So you're at 170 total. If they don't heal, the next turn I can take them down with another Hazard Stinger and the poison takes them out. Let's just see what we have for items in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times 20, that's 180. That is almost a knockout from Trashalanche. Not quite, though. What do you got, Mewtwo? There's the heal. Alright. You can hit me for 120, maybe 150 if you had another energy on there. I kind of like that though. Not, you know, I find a lot of times when I play somebody at the Heroes Beacon Pokemon League, they don't really think to use Pokemon Center Lady. It's a pretty obvious thing. It's a simple card. Heal 60 damage and get rid of conditions and stuff, but people don't often think to use it. Alright, let's go ahead and attach an energy to Mega Beedrill. Really not much more to do here except just go for the Hazard Stinger. We might not get the win on this one because this opponent does have some pretty useful cards to undo my strategy, but we'll go one more battle after this just to see if we can get some more showcasing of Mega Beedrill. Evo Soda. Are they going to evolve their Mewtwo? Well, whatever they went for, they do not have in the deck. Let's put them at 140 damage, and I'll take an N. Can we get a super? No, we got Skyla though. So they're getting prepared for their Garbotox. They're not Garbotox. I keep thinking that. They're getting prepared for their Trashalanche and what it is. What's next for Mewtwo? Very somber moment here as plays are being made many turns in advance. So, there's no Paralyze anymore. What we're going to do here, we're going to retreat into Shiinotic. I'm going to play Skyla. Do we have Super Rods available? Yes, we do. Let's go, Super Rod. Drop you down. Gonna shuffle back in, oh, I don't know, maybe a Beedrill-EX? Maybe a couple energy, too. And I will use the ability of Illuminate to get ourselves a Beedrill-EX. We'll drop that onto the bench. We are now going to attach the Spirit Link to it. Put an energy on there. And kind of don't need to do anything else right now. I'm going to let the Poison take this thing down instead. So long, Mewtwo-EX. Getting 2 prizes off of that. Even if they get a knockout on our Shiinotic, that's only 1 prize. So which one comes up next? Probably the Floatstone Trubbish, I would say. No! Interesting. Trevenant comes up. It's not going to help it, though, because we're going to be using evolved Pokemon. Like Shiinotic is evolved. We don't need extra energy for that. Our Mega Beedrill is evolved. Once we get it. Of course, we're being end away, but as long as we have our Shiinotic, we still have a chance to just search for it. So 70 plus 10 more. They can only do 80 to me. So we'll still have our Illuminate to make use of to get Mega Beedrill. Okay, let us retreat into our Beedrill. What's nice is the Jungle Totem does allow 1 energy to provide 2 retreat. Or the cost of 2 retreat cost. So we're going to find ourselves the Mega Beedrill. Put it in hand. We will Mega Evolve. Spirit Link does not end the turn. I'll put this onto this Beedrill just in case. I'm going to play Judge to see if I can get myself Guzma. Not quite, but I do have Octillery's Abyssal Hand. I'm down to 12 cards, so we're going to be careful here. Nest Ball. Doesn't help us. What's Hazard Stinger? 40 damage. Paralyzed Poison, 40 for the poison. 1 more poison takes down this Trevenant. And if we're lucky, we'll get Guzma out of the prize cards, because he might not even be in the deck right now. I can only imagine how annoying it would be to fight against this deck of mine, with the constant paralyzing and all this. I'm going to say it's fun to use when it works, of course, but... Oh, there we go. Now you're healing. We can only do 80 to me. Sorry, 70 to me. So we're not quite done just yet. Now you could retreat this thing. It does have the retreat cost covered. And a mere 70 damage. Alright, let's just go ahead, attach an energy onto the Mega Beedrill, and do the same thing. Hazard Stinger. So, put you to 100 damage. If they can't heal, they will faint on this turn, which means we get to attack the very next turn as they bring something else up. How? How are they going to get out of this one? A switch card could help them, maybe? Of course, if they have Guzma, well, they can't play because they just played a supporter, but any other sort of, like, escape rope. I think we saw escape rope being tossed out earlier. We're getting that Mewtwo prepared. Okay, so the Trubbish would faint to a Hazard Stinger, in which case we gotta watch out for this Mewtwo-EX and what it can do to us. Never mind, they just got a switch card as it is. So they can hit me for 60. They can retreat as well, but I'm gonna go for the 60 damage. Alright. So then... Again, there's not much more to be done. Let's go for Hazard Stinger. Constant Paralysis is really brutal with this deck here. They have another switch. Do they have a way to heal off, perhaps? Fighting Fury Belt, adding more HP. Sycamore. Oh, they're getting desperate. They don't have 4 cards left in the deck. What do they find? Another switch. I really want to get my hands on these Venusaur cards in real life. I want to update my Beedrill deck. It's kind of what I'm known for now at the Pokemon League, because it's my favorite one. Things work so well together if you choose the right cards, like the right combination of supporting Pokemon and attacking Pokemon. It's so cool. So now he gets to see what the last 4 cards in his deck are by using this Max Elixir. You see any basic energy? Yes, we do. Alright, so the Trubbish grabs one of those. Now, they only need 3 more prizes. We're going to have to work hard to get our knockouts here. So it's going to put it to 120 damage. Another Hazard Stinger takes it out, but I'm concerned that we're going to be taken out in response by one of their other Pokemon. Thinking the best bet, I'm going to retreat this Mega Beedrill into this one with 10 less damage. So that might be just what we need to survive a Trevenant's Energy Press attack. For Hazard Stinger. Paralyzed Poison. Actually, no, it survives another turn. Do they have a way to heal? Now, my problem is I gotta make sure I can get myself some energy, though. How much is in the discard pile? I've got 7 in the discard pile, so there are 3 left. They could be prized. This is an interesting showdown here. 2 cards left on the opposing side, 8 cards left for me. If we could even stall things out, we could still win that way. Rescue Stretcher, putting some cards back in, or they're just taking one from the discard pile into hand. Probably going to shuffle them back in to try to draw things out a little bit, though. No, they just took it into hand. Is there a switch card coming out here? There is the big threat there, the old Trashalanche Garbodor. Fisherman, alright, drawing back some energy cards. So we're not going to see Guzma here, not going to see Acerola to bring back an injured Pokemon. So still 2 cards left in their deck, I've still got 8. What I want to do next turn, I'll play the Ultra Ball. Well, hang on, let's see what we get off of here. 2 prizes. Field Blower, Puzzle of Time. Have I used Puzzles of Time yet? I've used 1. Yeah. Up comes the Garbodor. So definitely, I'm going to Ultra Ball. Let's Ultra Ball away the Nest Ball and the Evo Soda. Yes, that's more items in the discard pile. There's no Pokemon. Oh no! So we're going to Field Blower. The Float Stone. And we'll get rid of our own Spirit Link. Why not? We don't need that anymore. Alright, now we will use the Puzzle of Time. There's 1 energy. There's 2 energy. Let's do this. Let's go for the Abyssal Hand, please. Throw one onto the Mega Beedrill. Hazard Stinger. 40. Paralyzed Poison. If they can't heal up, they lose their Garbodor to Poison at the end of their next turn. Well, do they have a Lady? Do they have any sort of full heal? A switch card or anything? Can they pull through? Because if not, anything they have that comes up is going to fall to the next Hazard Stinger. This is an interesting showdown. I know I said that a few times, but I really like this. So why would they attach to Garbodor? They must have some way to heal this. Unless they're just kind of throwing in the towel, that could be a thing too. How? Oh, they're taking their last card. Is this something that can help them? I want to give credit to this opponent here, Bob Angle. People would have forfeited by now, because they must realize there's nothing they can do here. Got another Shiinotic, okay. So which Pokemon comes up to get Hazard Stingered into oblivion? It's going to be funny. We're going to knock out a Pokemon, take our last prize, but then they would have decked out and lost the match that way. So let's go Hazard Stinger. Boom! And the Poison takes you down. Our last prize is taken. They got no cards left in the deck. We kind of win. Well, we only win one way, technically, but we kind of would have had 2 wins if their turn had begun. So there you see the power of the Jungle Totem ability of good old Venusaur, helping to power up the Hazard Stinger of Mega Beedrill-EX. Ooh! I got an Evolutions booster pack. I kind of want to open that up while we're sitting here. Let's do that. Wait, there's something else. We got something else to open up. We got some tournament tickets. I haven't done a tournament in forever. I probably should do that. Alright, let's head over to our collection, open up that Evolutions pack. As you'll see, I've got a number of booster packs just sitting here. I'm kind of hanging on to them, waiting for some possible trades, perhaps. You know, I could trade them away. I still got a Sun and Moon, what is that? The Guardians Rising Evolution pack. Yeah, the 22-card pack that you get. Alright, so which one was that? Evolutions, where are you? Right here. There is one trade lock. Okay, so we're going to open that one up. Let's see what we get from these 10 cards before heading back over to the deck build. Let's see some awesome cards here. We get a Psychic Energy. Doesn't get more awesome than that, does it? We got a Reverse Foil Haunter. The rare card is a Beedrill. What are the chances of getting a Beedrill on a Beedrill-EX video, right? Also with free retreat. Very cool. Poison Sting, 30, and Poisons. Swarming Sting does 40 damage times the number of Beedrill you have in play to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That could do 160 to a bench Pokemon if you have 4 Beedrill. Of course, Beedrill-EX does not count towards that because that is considered a different name. So it'd be cool if it would count. Have 3 Beedrill-EX, 3 Beedrill, each of them doing 40, but that's not how that works, unfortunately. I wonder... No, I was going to say, if there was an Alolan Beedrill, would that count for more? But I don't think so. I think it has to be specifically named Beedrill. So that is that. Let's head over to the collection, or the deck manager. And let's just bring up our Mega Stinger. Once again, take a look at all the cards here. So, we did, of course, I didn't say this at the start, but this is taking a break from the Pokemon GX of the Burning Shadows expansion, showing off one of my favorite decks and one of the cool new abilities in the Shining Legends expansion. I can't wait to try to get my hands on these Venusaur cards. People are going to hate me at the Pokemon League. Maybe, you know, if they have ways to move around. Like, I was playing somebody who had the, what you call it there, Ultra Road, I think, of Solgaleo GX. That could undo my combo right here, you know, the Poison, or the Hazard Stinger. But, anyway, that is the power of Paralysis. Constant every turn Paralysis locking down the opponent. They can't do a thing unless they have some way to switch around. So, that is going to be a wrap for this this week's Pokemon TCG live online match video. Of course, if you enjoyed what you saw, if you enjoyed the deck strategy, the deck build, feel free to leave a like down below. But if you have any suggestions how to make this a little bit more consistent, as you can see, I usually have just one of each supporter, so I'm not really reliable support in that sense. But if you have any suggestions how to make this more consistent, more reliable, leave some comments down below. And if you use any sort of idea like this, perhaps with Mega Beedrill, or can you think of other ways to make use of the Jungle Totem ability of Venusaur from Shining Legends, leave that in a comment down below as well. So anyone that wants to recreate these ideas for themselves, your comments could help them out. And if you want to see some more Pokemon TCG videos that I have done, just check the link link in the description to the playlist. But I will also link, if I can find it, one of the outro video links to the live stream that we did back on Monday, Thanksgiving Monday evening. With it was a 2-hour live stream. Admittedly, it starts off kind of rough. I guess the music was too loud, but you guys can see that if you check it out. And there'll be a link to subscribe to the channel as well for some daily Pokemon content from Professor Chaz. But with that, we are done. Thank you once again for watching. Professor Chaz is signing off, and as always, I will catch you next time.